Hello everybody. In today's video I will be making a very informative discussion and review on my initial thoughts about Zenith Inagami and why the monster itself is my personal favorite Zenith in Monster Hunter Frontier. Now before I start this discussion, I would like to inform everybody now that I have spent a very long time fighting this monster from Z1 to Z4 in both the rain server and now the newly found renewal server I just joined recently. I find that making this video would allow people to appreciate the fight a bit more, and I hope it gives people an insight on the overall feel of the fight, so they can even try it themselves at some point in their lifetime. Now without further ado, let's get right into it. Looking at the base version of the Zenith, Inagami is the only Elder Dragon in Monster Hunter that utilizes sleep in its attacks. Its base design looks almost regal and legendary, invoking a sense of pride and power with its choice of bright tangerine fur and dark brown scales to give it contrast. The colors don't clash with one another, and it makes the monster feel wild and untamed. Inagami's fight and habitat only takes place in a secluded part of a bamboo forest that stretches as far as the eye can see. Untouched and undisturbed, not many monsters are exclusive to the map, and Inagami is the only monster that relies on the bamboo for its attacks and lifestyle. Also referred to as the Javan Dragon, it has been once known to be a peaceful monster, coexisting with villages that live within its bamboo thicket, until one day, the humans betrayed its trust, gorging all of Inagami's resources in an act of selfless greed. This enraged the monster, causing it to wipe its occupants out in a violent fury, leaving nothing in its wake. As for the overall fight, Inagami is speedy and nimble, running and skipping in zigzag patterns across the terrain. It can jump and swoop for a short period of time by using bamboo as a glider, while also using a long piece of bamboo as a sort of staff for wide attacks. It can sweep with its arm for sharp bamboo sprouts to erupt from the ground in a 270-degree angle, and the monster can also cause bamboo to immediately sprout out of the ground in a large area once it decides to position itself in the center of the arena. Upon taking enough damage, Inagami has a defensive adaptation to harden its legs, head, and tail in armor made entirely out of bamboo fiber. Once this happens, it begins to become less nimble and a lot more sluggish, giving the hunter an easier time to iframe and learn its attack patterns. When all parts of its arms, legs, head, and tail are covered in its hardened plating, it will explode. Hunters can iframe or Superman dive this explosion, giving a fantastic opening to deal enough damage to the Elder Dragon as possible, as the monster tries to getting itself back up. Inagami's general fight is a fantastic and thrilling experience to master in both high rank and G rank, and offers great knowledge in how to properly dodge and find openings to land big hits while enjoying its marvelous splendor. As for Inagami's Zenith, which is the overall topic of this video, not many people have actually enjoyed the monster at all, most considering it to be one of the most irritating and painful fights in the game. The monster demands careful preparation, focus, timing, and dedication for every run. Zenith Inagami is a living nightmare, shielded from its own Zenith Roar, Zenith Tremors, and most importantly, its Zenith Sleep. No wonder why people do not talk about this monster, or at least complete it, because I have rarely seen anyone say, yeah, I completed this quest of Z4 Inagami, and I got the full set. Nobody says that. Not a single person on this planet would actually tell you that. Was it worth it? Yes. Yes, it is worth it. Will I ever farm this monster again? Absolutely not. Was the monster still fun and engaging, even though I was undergoing months of pain trying to get the set? Yeah, I guess you can say that it was fun. I personally thought this was an amazing journey, and it definitely taught me patience. And if I didn't fight this, and if I just given up, I wouldn't be as happy as I am now after completing such a after fighting such a monster. Its design really invokes a feeling of dread, and it's just really cool. I love its design. And yeah, that's really why I like fighting Zenith and Inagami. It's the idea of patience and dedication and just not giving up, even if the odds are all against you. And yeah, not many hunts are as rage-inducing as Zenith and Inagami. Keep that in mind. Even though it looks easy on paper, it is not, because he does some things that you wouldn't expect. Is it a great fight? Yes, it's a fantastic fight if you know what you're doing. Because if you don't, then you're dead. And always remember, never ever give up, even if people tell you otherwise. I can't tell you how much I enjoy this monster, from its design to the way it is just so powerful with how it just juggles the player and makes you feel like shit. But man, I don't think I can ever do that shit again. Holy shit, is it amazing. It's such a good fight, honestly. I'm so glad I can only live once. I cannot do this shit again, man.